people are getting more and more concerned for good reason by the abuse of power in Washington. And we see that with the FBI. We see that with the Department of Justice, with the weaponization of law enforcement and the machinery of government. We see that with the IRS and the IRS being used to target the enemies of whether it is the Biden White House or the Obama White House. We see that with regulators descending like locusts on small businesses. And unfortunately, when Democrats have control of office, they create many, many more regulators, many, many more regulations, many, many more burdens and people to harass and harangue the American people. As you noted, the latest bill just passed by the Democrats in Congress, and it was a straight party line vote, the Build Back Broke bill. Among one element of it is 87,000 new IRS agents, more than doubling the size of the IRS. Those exist, and those are designed to harass small businesses, to harass American families, and in particular, I believe, to go after conservatives, to target people believed to be the political enemies. We need leadership to rein that back. How do we do it? The first and best way is from the executive branch. From having a strong and principled president who will rein in and take on the deep state. When Donald Trump was president, we accomplished enormous amounts together. Unfortunately, one area that Trump should have done much, much more is taking on the deep state. Look, you look at the FBI. Chris Wray was appointed by President Trump. He was Trump's nominee to run the FBI. That was clearly a bad decision. Chris Wray was someone unwilling. He has proven unwilling to take on the career-hardened partisans that have burrowed into the senior leadership of the FBI. We saw throughout the Trump presidency the deep state wage war on President Trump, on the White House, and unfortunately, I think the White House team did not understand the severity of the threat, did not understand the need to take on and get rid of the hard partisans burrowed into the federal government, and many of the people that the administration appointed were simply not up to the task. That is a lesson going forward for the next time we have a Republican president. We need a seriousness of purpose to say we are going to get after these partisans and get rid of these partisans who have seized control of much of the machinery of government. Now, a second avenue is Congress, and I hope we will see Republican majorities in both the House and Senate next year. I hope November results in that. If we do, one of the things I believe we should do is that every Republican should stand together and say, we're not going to fund these 87,000 new IRS agents. Hell no, we'll fund the federal government, but we're not going to fund stormtroopers to go after American citizens. It's something I'm urging my fellow Republicans to make commitments right now to say we're willing to stand and fight. I hope that we do that. I'm certainly going to lead that fight.